Have you ever stopped to think about what certain intimate gestures really mean in a relationship? Often, acts that seem simple at first glance carry with them profound and complex meanings, revealing the true level of connection between two people. Allow me to share a story about a lady whose wisdom about life and love can bring a new perspective on intimacy and its nuances. In the heart of Kansas, where vast fields of wheat sway in the wind and the sky seems to stretch endlessly, there was a small town called Meadowbrook. It was a place where traditions and a sense of community were still strong, and where the stories of previous generations were passed down from mouth to mouth. In this quiet town lived a lady named Gertrude, whose wisdom was revered by all who knew her. Gertrude, an 89-year-old woman with eyes that sparkled with the light of experience and white hair that reflected the wisdom of the years, had spent most of her life in Meadowbrook. Her home, a cozy wooden structure surrounded by a garden of daisies and hydrangeas, was a refuge for those seeking advice on matters of the heart. On a spring afternoon, when the scent of flowers filled the air, a young couple went to meet Gertrude, seeking guidance. Ethan and Lily had been married for some time, and although they loved each other deeply, they felt there were aspects of their intimate life that they did not fully understand. They believed that Gertrude, with her vast experience and understanding of human nature, could help them decipher the complexities of their relationship. "Mrs. Gertrude," Lily began, her voice laden with a mix of curiosity and hesitation, "we have been wondering about the deeper meaning of some intimate gestures in our relationship. Do these acts hold a greater value than we can perceive? We are trying to understand if there is something more we need to explore." Gertrude, always calm and welcoming, smiled gently at the couple and invited them to sit on her porch, where a soft breeze swayed the flowers in the garden. "My dears," she said, her voice serene and full of understanding, "the intimacy between two people is a language that often goes beyond words. Each gesture, no matter how simple or bold, can be a profound expression of love, trust, and respect. Let me tell you a story that might help you better understand these issues." Gertrude paused, allowing the couple to settle in and relax before she began her narrative. "Many years ago, right here in Meadowbrook, there was a couple named Benjamin and Abigail. They were known for their strong connection and the evident affection they shared. Benjamin was a man of few words, but his gestures always conveyed what he felt for Abigail. Abigail, on the other hand, was a light-spirited woman who saw beauty in the little things in life. Ethan and Lily listened attentively, curious to discover what the story of Benjamin and Abigail could teach them. Benjamin and Abigail had a relationship based on a deep mutual understanding, but like every couple, they faced challenges and uncertainties. Benjamin, despite all the love he felt for Abigail, often wondered if he was doing enough to make her feel completely loved and secure. Gertrude looked at the couple with tenderness and continued, "One night, while walking through a field illuminated by the moon, Benjamin decided to open his heart to Abigail. 'My dear,' he said, 'I feel that there is something I still can't give you, something you deserve, but I don't know how to express it.' Abigail, always understanding and caring, held Benjamin's hand and replied with a smile, 'Benjamin, what makes me happiest is not the grand gestures or beautiful words, but the moments when you show your love in simple and sincere ways. When we are together, when you touch me or hug me, it is in those moments that I feel how deep our love is.'" Gertrude paused to let her words resonate in Ethan and Lily's hearts. Hearing this, Benjamin began to realize that the small gestures of affection he offered Abigail, no matter how subtle, had a profound impact on their relationship. He understood that the intimacy they shared was much more than just a physical expression of love. It was a way to reaffirm the trust, respect, and devotion they had for each other. Ethan and Lily exchanged glances, beginning to see the nuances of their own relationship from a new perspective. Gertrude, noticing that the couple was absorbing the message, continued her story. "As the years went by, Benjamin began to value even more those simple and intimate moments he shared with Abigail. He discovered that when she held his hand or when they embraced silently, they were, in fact, communicating something to each other that words could not express. These small gestures became the foundation of a love that grew and strengthened over time. As the years passed, Benjamin and Abigail continued to explore and understand the different ways to express their love. They realized that in every moment of closeness, they were creating lasting memories that reinforced the bonds of their relationship. Abigail, for instance, discovered that small everyday actions, like making breakfast for Benjamin or leaving loving notes scattered around the house, were effective ways to communicate her affection. Benjamin, on the other hand, found ways to surprise Abigail with kind and thoughtful gestures, such as bringing unexpected flowers or simply listening attentively to her thoughts and concerns. Gertrude, in sharing these details, emphasized the importance of understanding that intimacy is built day by day, through small gestures that together form a solid and secure foundation for a relationship. "My dear ones," she said, with a soft voice full of wisdom, "it is in the small details that true love reveals itself. It is these gestures that, over time, create a resilient and lasting relationship. True intimacy is not just a physical expression, but a reflection of the respect and trust that you share." The story of Benjamin and Abigail also highlighted that even in moments of conflict or challenge, intimacy could serve as an anchor, keeping the couple united. There were occasions when Benjamin and Abigail faced difficulties, whether due to financial issues or the natural disagreements that arise in any relationship. However, instead of allowing these moments to drive them apart, they turned to the intimate and affectionate gestures they had cultivated over the years. These gestures, no matter how simple, served as reminders of the love that bound them together and the commitment they had to one another. Gertrude made a point to emphasize that these gestures do not need to be grand to have a profound impact. A simple touch on the hand, she explained, or a look that communicates understanding and support, can be all that is needed to strengthen the connection between you. True intimacy manifests in those silent moments when you allow yourselves to be vulnerable and genuine with each other. Ethan and Lily listened attentively to every word Gertrude said, realizing that they had neglected some of these small gestures in their own relationship. They began to understand that the intimacy they sought was not in grand declarations or rare moments of passion, but rather in the daily interactions, in the small demonstrations of affection and care that naturally occurred when they were together. Gertrude, seeing that her words were having the desired impact, decided to delve even deeper into the lesson. "My dear ones," she continued, "never underestimate the power of being truly present for one another. In a world where distractions are constant, dedicating time and full attention to your partner is one of the most intimate and meaningful gestures you can offer. It creates a safe space where both of you can feel seen, heard, and understood." She also spoke about the importance of respecting the limits and desires of one's partner, understanding that true intimacy is built on a foundation of consent and reciprocity. "Intimacy is a two-way street," Gertrude explained. "It's important that both feel comfortable and respected in all their interactions. When you respect each other's boundaries and demonstrate empathy and understanding, you are building a relationship based on trust and genuine love." As the conversation progressed, Ethan and Lily began to reflect on how they could apply these lessons in their own relationship. They committed to paying more attention to the small gestures and valuing the everyday interactions that, although simple, had the power to strengthen their connection. They also recognized the importance of openly communicating their feelings and desires, creating an environment where both felt safe and loved. By the end of the afternoon, as the sun began to set, Gertrude concluded her story with a deep reflection. "Benjamin and Abigail," she said, "lived a long and happy life, always discovering new ways to express their love and affection for one another. They understood that true intimacy lies not only in the grand moments but in each person's willingness to be vulnerable, to trust fully, and to accept the other in all their complexity. This is the foundation of a strong and lasting relationship. Ethan and Lily, touched by Gertrude's wisdom, deeply thanked her for sharing her story and teachings. They knew that the conversation had planted a new seed in their relationship, a seed that would blossom into an even deeper and more meaningful connection. In the following days, the couple began to see their intimacy in a new light. They realized that each gesture of affection, each moment of closeness, was an opportunity to reaffirm their love and commitment. These moments, though sometimes subtle, had the power to strengthen the bonds that united them in a way that went beyond words. And so, under the vast and starry sky of Meadowbrook, Ethan and Lily discovered a new depth in their relationship, nurtured by the understanding that true intimacy is a reflection of trust, respect, and mutual love. Because, as Gertrude had taught, intimacy goes beyond the physical. It is the purest expression of love and acceptance, a way to say I love you in ways that touch the heart and soul. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more reflections on life and love. Share in the comments your experiences on how intimacy strengthens your relationship. Until next time.